Hello, good evening, and welcome to this brief video tutorial answering one of the most common questions that I'm receiving here over the last few days, and that is, how can I stake my Andromeda tokens? Well, the short answer to that question is you cannot currently do a straight staking of your Andromeda tokens, but we're going to dive into all the details as to how you can be a liquidity provider on the SHD protocol DEX, and you're currently earning, as of today, March 3rd, 54%. Now, 25% of that is going to be in SHD tokens, but then 28% is paid out to you in Andromeda tokens. So there is a way for you to earn Andromeda tokens. It's just that you can't straight stake those tokens. Now, before we begin, remember, I'm not an investment advisor. This is not investment advice. Make sure you do your own research and don't ever risk more money than you're willing to lose. So what do I mean by straight staking? Well, the question I keep getting asked is, can I come here to my Keplr dashboard like I can with my Cosmos or Atom tokens, or maybe with my Osmosis tokens, and simply click on the stake button and stake those tokens and earn rewards in that same token? Well, as you can see, the Andromeda chain is not here, and I'm not sure if it's going to be here at some point. I would think that would be the plan. However, you can't straight stake Andromeda today, and I did confirm that in the Discord group, not the Andromeda Discord group, but it was in the SHD group where I received an answer that you cannot do that today. However, it appears if you were to go to andromeda.explorers.guru, and this is going to show you all the on-chain activity. And if you come down here to parameters and we take a look at how they're set up, you can clearly see right over here with the staking parameters that it looks as if they're thinking about doing this, right? Or maybe these are the, sort of the beta settings that they have in here, but they've got the 21-day unbonding time, like a lot of the Cosmos tokens. They've got their maximum validators. And again, it looks like they're gonna do this at some point, I hope, but it hasn't taken place yet. So let's skip to the part as to, okay, I've purchased some Andromeda tokens here, and maybe you have them in your Keplr wallet already, or maybe you want to swap and you're new to Andromeda, but you want to get some Andromeda. Again, I always recommend the easiest way to do that is either take an asset that you already have that you could swap here on the SHD protocol site, or simply buy Atom, ATOM. Buy Atom, put the Atom in your Keplr wallet, and then you can swap that on the Osmosis zone for Secret. You could bring the Secret here, or if you already had Secret, you could go ahead and then bring the Secret here, and you could swap and get Andromeda, or ANDR. Now, if I go to my portfolio tab here on the SHD protocol site, what we're going to see is I do have a little private Andromeda. It looks like the token's at $1.39 right now, which is what we saw in the Explorer, and I've got about 8 cents worth, so we're going to see how this plays out. Now, how do you become a liquidity provider? Well, you're going to go to the Pools tab here, and I'm glad they moved this out and made it a link all by itself. It used to be under the Swap tab where you had to click on swap and then across the top it said pools, but I like how they moved it out here and made it nice and easy to find. So here it is right here. You've got SHD plus Andromeda, and this is what liquidity providing is all about. You're going to provide the equal amount dollar-wise of two different tokens. One is going to be SHD and the other is going to be Andromeda. Again, you can swap for SHD here as well, so that's not a problem. So let's go ahead and click on this. You can see the APR right now is 54%. However, remember, in this pool, that 54% is broken down into these two percentages. So if you put $100 in here, you'd be earning 54%. 25.4% of those rewards are going to come in the form of SHD tokens. The other 28.6% is going to be Andromeda. So again, you're going to have an equal dollar amount of SHD and Andromeda that you're willing to invest here. And so let's go ahead and do that. So you can see right here, it's super simple on the Shade Protocol DEX. I click on that. I'm going to click the max for my Andromeda because I have less Andromeda than I do Shade. Because again, I want to make sure that we've got 8 cents of each. And then I'm going to click provide. And then we're going to mint the LP shares and stake. We're going to click on that. Now, you're going to see a smaller box. Again, I'm in full screen mode here, and so that's why it's going to come out and take up the entire screen. This takes a few seconds, and so what it does is it mints those liquidity providing shares, as you can see right there, and auto-magically stakes them for me all in one transaction. Now, if you're new to the Shade Protocol site, you'll notice that you're going to have to generate a viewing key in some cases to see your balance. But again, this is a very low-cost transaction. You can see here it's a penny to do that. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to approve that transaction, at which point we're going to see the information that was being hidden there. So you can see I barely have anything going on here. I've got the wrong viewing key set in this wallet, so delete the viewing key. So I'm not going to worry about the viewing keys right now. But again, you're going to have to end up generating viewing keys in a lot of cases. But that is it. This is how you can become a liquidity provider on the Shade Protocol DEX, earn 25% in Shade from your investment, and then 28% of that 54% is paid out to you in Andromeda tokens. So again, you can't directly stake Andromeda today. However, if you're interested, and I'm a huge fan of Carter Wetzel and what they're doing here on the Shade Protocol site. So if you're interested in buying some Shade and buying an equal amount of Andromeda, you can stake it here, and you gotta love the 54% that you're going to be earning. All right, well, that is going to do it for this video tutorial on how you can actually become a liquidity provider, stake, and earn some Andromeda, again, but it's part of this liquidity pairing that you're going to have to do that right now. No straight staking available. Hopefully, we're going to see that in the near future. All right, well, thank you for watching. I hope I've earned the privilege of your time, and as always, I hope to see you in the next video.